Hey guys, George here. So, I haven't made a video in a while, and I saw something last night that actually gave me an idea. With the recent announcement of Jessica Jones and Punisher not getting renewed for Netflix, I have decided to do, let's see, a top 6, if you will. In order of the, on my opinion, worst to best of the Marvel shows. So, Defenders, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Daredevil, Punisher. I'm going to give my opinion on each, give a good and a bad, and explain the differences between them. So with that being said, let's get to work. Number 6 is going to be the Defenders. I say it's going to be Defenders, well, when it is Defenders. See, the bad for Defenders, also, I should give a warning, there's going to be a decent amount of spoiler territory if you haven't seen most of these shows. So, boop boop boop. Those that don't care about spoilers, let's continue. Defenders is, I would say, takes place season 2 of Daredevil, but it's when Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist all meet up and take on the Hand. I believe it's the Hand. Yeah, Hand. Okay. Good point. It brings all the characters together so you can have unison. It was teased a few times on Jessica Jones and Luke Cage that they actually know each other. But with that good, you come to bad. If you haven't watched any of the shows, you have no interest in any of these characters and you don't know anything about them. I have had at least 2 people tell me this is the best way to get into the shows. And that's how I did. I was wrong. No, you should have started off with one of the 4 shows, go to the next, and then watch Defenders after all 4 are done. So, at that point, you know the jokes, you know the characters, and you know what's going on within the plot. That is why Defenders is number 6. For what it did fine. It was a 1-season show. Hope I wanted more, but you can't get what you want all the time. That gave us something we didn't have in full. It did do the best it could. Number 5, I'm going to have to give it to, well, Luke Cage, actually. Honestly, out of all of them, I'm a fan of Luke Cage. I like the character, I like his abilities, I like all that. What hurts it is how it ended. As I said earlier, I'm going to get into spoiler territory. Season 2 ends on a cliffhanger-esque ending where he actually takes control. And with it being known for the last, half a year, that because of the actor's tweet or something like that, don't quote me, I might be wrong, that they weren't going to renew it, hinders the show's flow. Season 1, I love Season 1. It was the best. You had someone that didn't really want to help people. He just wanted to be himself. He wanted to leave him alone and let him do him. He got dragged in and it worked perfectly. So, with that being said, I have to give it to number 5. Now, going up, number 4 is going to be Punisher. Now, for what Punisher does, it does good. Oh, it's the Punisher, you know who it is, blah blah blah. Why is the Punisher above Luke Cage though? Because it's his own story. It doesn't need the other characters. It has cameos from other characters from the other shows, but it doesn't need them. Punisher Season 2 was where it became its own. Why is it number 4 though? Is because you can only get to a certain part without starting to slow down. That's why I don't like it. Number 3, I'm going to have to give to Jessica Jones. One of the last shows I watched out of them, but one of the most fulfilling. See, at that point, Jessica Jones is a unique one, with her being the only person that's actually doing this as a job. She is the most realistic with her character arc, but with the amount of power she has, you're like, she can end most fights in less than a second. I don't think they knew how to write a powered character like that. That is why it's the weakness. Number 2 is Iron Fist. I wasn't a big fan of Iron Fist's look and style. Danny Rand is a hard character to portray. You're a witch kid that's also a weapon, the Iron Fist. Granted, back to the Defenders point, you need to know the characters to understand that show. That goes specifically for Iron Fist. You don't watch Iron Fist, you have no idea about half of the stuff being said in Defenders. Now, he does make a few cameos in Luke Cage and out of the two, since they were in the comics Heroes for Hire. I actually liked him in Luke Cage the best. But when you have a character that is strong enough to do this type of stuff, and his powers don't always work, or don't get me started on the gun part. That one was confusing. It doesn't always work. Last but not least is Daredevil. From what I understand, the patient zero of all these, he was also the one that caused everything. With that being said, Daredevil is also a unique trait in itself. You see, with Daredevil, you have to be like, hey, I'm actually a good show. I'm not that terrible movie. You get introduced to a few characters throughout, which, like Daredevil, you have to, like Iron Fist, you have to watch the show to understand Defenders more. The one thing, though, was that it was able to tell its own story while setting up for Defenders. Now, yes, I am well aware that Daredevil was being cancelled as well, to my knowledge. But it was able to propel its own story without needing any of the Defenders information, without needing all that as well. Now, the reason for, my opinion, the reason for the cancellation of Punisher and Jessica Jones is because DC, well, not DC, excuse me, Disney is moving them to a streaming site that I believe you can't access in Canada. So, thank you, Disney, for going over a country, a province. Well, screwing over a group of people that like your content but now can't watch it. Honestly, I preferred the Netflix universe to the movies. The only Marvel one I didn't get to watch was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because it was on Netflix. Anyway, I'm sorry this took so long. I am working on a few scripts for some other videos. Thank you for watching. Take care. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. I'm planning some other type of things in the future. Later.